Hi all, I think we are live now. So good to see all the people who have joined. I see a lot of people who have joined and are joining in. So I hope that this is a very interactive session. A lot of people joined. So good to see a lot of people have already joined this. Hi Yojak, just drop in a message if you have joined that how your preparation is going and just put a hi so that I know that you have joined and can hear me clearly. Okay. Okay. Hi Yojak. Hi all those who have joined. Okay. So I think we are live now. Just let me know through the chat if the audio is okay, the videos go okay. If everything is okay, just let me know that. Okay. I, okay. Hi. Okay. Hi Nishit. Hi Akash. Hi Nandini. Good to see a lot of people are joining in. All those who are joining in, just let me know how your preparation is going. Just drop in a hi. Okay, so just let me know. Basically, right now is the important part of your preparation. This is the like time when you have to get serious about preparation, get serious about like own this is running over here. So this is the time basically you have to start taking mock seriously, practice questions seriously, and you have to actually track improvement from one mock to another. So this is not the time where you are taking it slow. Now is like when you go full throttle. So anybody who is just about starting cat preparation and is worried that it's not enough time, it is enough time, but you have to go at full throttle from now till cat. You have to give in 3 hours dedicated every single day. So let me know how much time you are able to give. And this is something that I know a lot of people actually struggle with because they are not able to get out the 2 or 3 hours that are really required for cat preparation. So let me know how things are going for you. Okay. So hi all. I see a lot of people have joined us. So hi. Hi Hitanshu, do provide private class for GMAT Quant. So we are trying to launch a course for GMAT for Quant, etc. So do not worry, we will be doing that. But we are trying to build a full course for Quant as such. Okay. Hi Akash. Hi Kritika. Kritika says prep not going well. Couldn't concentrate for 2 months due to extreme work pressure and family issues. Please help us. So Kritika, don't worry. See, whatever has happened. So you can't bring the last 2 months back, but what you can actually do is focus on the next 3 months. The next 3 months are adequate to crack cat, and that is what you need to focus on from now till cat. There has to be the single minded focus on cat as such. Whatever is happening in the background, you should not focus on that. You should focus only on cat as such. You should just look at what work you need to do to do well in cat. Okay. So all the other things that are going on, that should not be your primary focus as such. Okay. Okay. uh, Ratna says, hello ma'am, I'm a law graduate. In application I mentioned law practice, my internship experience 33 days instead of work experience. Will this create any problem for me like interview rejection? No, and I don't think so. Internship experiences of 33 days or 33 months, because if it is 33 days, it won't be really counted as work experience also. So it won't make any difference really. But if it is 33 months, then they might need some kind of proof that it is formal employment. As long as it is formal employment, it does not matter whether it's an internship also. Okay. Hi Yojak, literally started काफी फोकस कर रहा था पर अगस्त आते आते डाउन हो गया. Yojak, this is the case for a lot of people. Don't worry about it. I want you to focus from now on till cat. You should be completely focused. From now on till cat, I want you to give 3 hours every single day, and that should be enough. So a lot of questions that come to me about cat preparation are that I'm not able to find time. How do I consistently find time? And this occurs a lot of times. So I'm actually doing this to answer all of those questions. See, basically, you have to think of CAT preparation as two parts. One is concept coverage, one is doing the batch daily task, one is seeing the concept videos, the concept tests, etc. That is one part. The second part is your practice, which is mocks, sectionals, but also subject practice, daily targets. So, what I want you to actually think of is your day. You should have a block of 2 hours, which is completely untouched during weekdays. On those weekdays, I want you to completely focus on completing your batch task, your like learning part. And once that learning part is done, then you can focus on like practice and solving test, etc. And first, like remember that whenever you're doing the concept video, immediately do the concept test, because when once a video is seen, once the concept is learned, immediately you should test it, because if it is not understood, you'll immediately get to know. So that should be in that block of 2 hours, that is like completely fixed every single day. I would say that if you are a morning person, get this block of 2 hours done every single morning. If you're somebody who's working right now, I will say that 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is kind of fixed. For most people, 8 to 8 is kind of, they don't have a lot of control over that. But before 8 a.m. and after 8 p.m. you have time. And that is basically when you should actually make time to prepare for cat. Have a fixed 2 hour slot. So whether it is late evening or early morning depends on you. If you're a morning person, you can do it in early morning. If you're an evening person, you can do it in late evening and late night as such. But I would say that don't leave it late till night, because what happens is that once you get tired, you will actually not do that so much. So have that block of time very ready. That is the first thing I'll say. One thing before I go to the second thing, please like the stream. Please actually share the stream with anybody else who is preparing for cat. It would help us quite a bit. It motivates us quite a bit if our stream is liked. That if a lot of people see our stream, it motivates us to do more of these. So please like the stream, and I'll be taking some more of your questions. But the second thing that I want to tell you is that, so 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I've completely said that it is because of your job, etc. You will not have time. But there also try to find 15 minutes of small slots, whether it is the lunch hour, whether it is the time it takes you to go to office and come back from office. So for these small 15-minute periods, try to take out the time to do some practice sets. So if you're going by train, going by car, try to solve the sets while you are actually traveling. That would also get you more used to travel, like solving under time crunch, under stress. That will also make you more accustomed to stress as such, and that would help you also in the actual cat day. But essentially you should try to take those 15 minutes test as much as possible throughout the day. So find 2 3 such slots. So what you get is you get an extra 45 minutes of practice. You have your 2 hours of regular work plus 45 minutes of practice, and those 45 minutes will be the difference whether you are a 90 percentile or a 99 percentile. So try to find those small bits of practice as such. Good to see a lot of people have joined us. So Sharanya is asking, hi ma'am, started my prep way back in March, studied for 2 months, after that got caught up with work, and again this started again this month. I feel like I forgot everything I studied. What should be my approach now? So Sharanya, don't worry. This is something that happens many times. People start in January, people start in February, and they lose steam. It is natural human tendency to lose steam. You start with full enthusiasm and then you end up losing steam. Now what you should do is, now you should not allow that to happen, because there's too little time from now till cat. So you have to be consistent from now on. So for the next 3 months, I want you to give 3 hours every single day. 3 hours, how would you give? So firstly, a 2 hour block which is completely like fixed for cat, whether it is early in the morning or late in the evening. You know that, okay, if it is 8 o'clock or 8:30, I'm going to go and sit in my study room. I'm going to sit at my desk and I'm not going to be disturbed till all of my tasks are done. I'm going to sit and complete them. That is basically the 2 hour slot every single day should be untouched. This is on weekdays. On the weekends, what do I want you to do? I want you to give mocks and sectionals. I want you to focus on practicing. So that is basically what is needed. 3 hours every single workday, 2 hours of like learning time, 1 hour found somewhere like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 1 hour found that way of practice time, and over the weekends, like dedicated practice. See, over the weekend, basically solve mocks, solve sectionals. You have a lot of mocks, 15 mocks plus head start mocks plus sectionals. There are more mocks and sectionals that most of people can actually solve. So overall, it's like around, I think, 45 mocks or so as such, in if I consider all of them together. So basically, these are more mocks than you can solve. These are more mocks than the number of weekends. So every single weekend, I want you to solve either a mock or different sectionals, or analyze the mock and practice from the study room. The entire weekend should go to that. So if you're somebody who works on the weekend, suppose Saturday is also working for you, or Saturday is half day for you, Sunday should be completely about mocks and sectionals. A lot of people actually who prepare for cat uh, dedicate their entire Sunday to cat. So it's not just you, it's many people across India. There are hundreds of thousands of people who do that. So this is something that is required. It is something that you absolutely need to do. Okay. So Sharanya, just 3 hours every single weekday, and over the weekend, like 4 5 hour marathon, firstly of solving the mock and analyzing the mock. Okay. If you do that, there is nothing stopping you from cracking CAT. I see a lot of people have joined us. Can you please like the stream? It would help us quite a bit in motivating us to do more of these streams. Hi, Atul is asking, my score is extremely fluctuating in VRC in mocks, and this is making me anxious about the section. Uh, can you suggest any advice for me? So, Atul, this happens to a lot of people. I'll tell you the reason behind it. So, your VARC score depends mostly on your RC score. Your RC score can fluctuate a lot depending on how zoned in you are while you're reading the RC. If you're like very invested in reading the RC, if you understand the RC, your accuracy is high, your score is high. If you're kind of, there is some other track going on in your mind, you're thinking about X, Y, Z, that are things that are happening in the background. So suppose there is an exam coming up, or suppose there is like something that you have to do at work. When your mind is distracted, you're not completely focusing on the passage that you're reading, then that kind of affects your accuracy, it affects your RC score. So what I always suggest when you are actually attempting VRC is basically you should do active reading. Active reading is you read a paragraph, you write down the main point. You read a paragraph, write down the main point. This is especially helpful when you have those parallel tracks running in your mind. It like prevents you go from going on on those tracks, because when you have to write down the main point, you have to essentially concentrate. You are physically forcing yourself to concentrate for that period of time on the RC passage given. So when you start doing that, you will see your RC score stabilize, your accuracy improve, and your VARC on the whole will stabilize and improve as such. So do active reading. Every time you read an RC passage, write down the main point of each paragraph and the overall main point. That is basically the hack that I always use for doing well in VRC. Okay. Hi, Harsh is asking, hello, ma'am, a GEM candidate, 93%, 83% age. This I have recently joined an MNC, and there's not so much work pressure. Is I am ABC possible? Yeah, you have ABC is definitely possible. 93, 83, and 8. You have a very good profile also. See, but I will not sugarcoat it for you, Harsh. Harsh, the competition for gems is very very high. I personally know a gem who has similar profile than you, as you, and he scored 99.8, but he still did not convert any of the calls. He got the calls, but he could not convert them. So if you want ABC, not just to get the call but to convert the call, you have to aim at something like 99.85 or 99.9 as such. That should be the aim, and then you can be sure of getting in. 99.8 you will get a call, but you might not be able to convert it. 99.9, 99.85 should be the aim as such. And you have, as you mentioned, that you do not have a lot of work pressure. Just completely throw yourself into CAT preparation. It is entirely doable, and if you do it religiously, you will do well in the actual exam. Okay. And it is possible, and many gems actually do it every single year, but it will not be easy. Okay, Kavya is asking, okay, so profile for all those guys who are writing profile, what I would suggest is please comment the profile in the comments that are there, because then we can go through each profile and try to answer the question as much as possible. So 95, 86, 85, 2 years work ex, engineer working as copywriter, can I target ABC? Absolutely, you have a fantastic profile. You are like at the 10, 10, 10 mark in academic profile. If you consider academic the weightage for this, you will hit actually I think the entire 30 marks, or maybe because of 12 slightly lower score, but still it is an excellent marks throughout the entire board as such. So you have a very good chance of actually converting ABC. So I would say that work hard, get a good like score, get a good CAT score, and given the gender diversity points, given your work experience which is slightly different from most people, it will your interview will also be on the easier side for you. So with all of that, you have a very good chance. Okay, so I'll try to answer some of the questions about this. How should I plan my day? I am a CA working professional. With 90 days prep time be enough? Targeting top 5. So Sham, this is basically the question that I want to answer. So what I would suggest is that 90 days firstly is enough time to actually crack it. It is more than enough time. So what you should actually think of is that I have my 90 days in front of me. Firstly, you need to have a schedule. So if you have subscribe to Kraku's courses. The schedule is made for you. You're given the daily tasks every single day. You're told, okay, see this concept video, do this concept test. It becomes very easy for you. By the way, if you're looking for a structured way of preparing, do check out our Kraku's course. Our 3-month course has gone live just now on 5th of August. So it is just like we have just covered the overview videos of the each section, etc. We have discussed those. So you are not still late to join that particular batch. So basically, if you have that structure, you can just follow the schedule, and all the videos will be given to you. You will be given concept videos, and everything will be given to you. You just have to follow the schedule, and you will cover the entire syllabus. If you do not have that course, what I would suggest is you can still download the courses PDF from the website. Have a schedule in front of you. Preparing without schedule will be very, very inefficient. It will be a waste of time. So whatever you're doing, whether you're joining Kraku's course or not, have a fixed schedule in front of you. Have a 90-day schedule in front of you, because then you will know exactly what you have to do every single day. Have that schedule printed out. It is available for free on Kraku. Have it printed out in front of you before you start preparing. That is first thing, because you don't have any time to waste. You're a working professional. You have no time to waste. Every single day you have to be 100% efficient. So that is the first thing. Have the schedule in front of you. Second is that you should have a fixed time slot every single day when you're going to work. See, basically, if you were given flexible work hours, if you said that, okay, sometime during the day, work for 3-4 hours, you will see that, okay, your work hours vary every single day. And every single day, it will be slightly difficult for you to actually give those 4 hours of work, for example. If the work hours are flexible, the work actually done reduces. Now, on the other hand, if you have a fixed work up, if your employer tells that come at 9 and only go at 6, you get into this disciplined attitude that, okay, 9 to 6 is basically earmarked for this. I'm not going to do anything else in that time. Now, it might be less flexible, but that kind of lack of flexibility is very good in ensuring consistency and discipline. So I would say that just the way you earmark time for your CA practice, for whatever work you're doing, have earmark time for your CAT work. For CAT, you should have exactly, you should know that this time slot, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to touch anything else. I'm just going to do CAT preparation as such. And in the middle of the day, you are somebody, because you are a working professional, you're your own CA as such, you would have some flexibility within the day also, right? So within the day, try to find 15-15 minute slot such that you can add an additional hour of practice throughout the day. This one additional hour of practice throughout the day plus 2 hours at the end of the day or the start of the day, that is enough to actually crack CAT. In addition to that, focus on Saturday or Sunday entirely on practice, on mocks and sectionals. More than enough. 90 days would be more than enough to actually crack CAT. 60 days are enough. So don't worry about whether 90 days are enough or not. Okay. So let us, okay. So, okay. So Satvik is asking, should I quit my job as a training got extended 3 months due to unsatisfactory performance? I'm a graduate engineering trainee at a Japanese MNC. Will this affect my PI at MBA? No, don't quit your job. Do not quit your job at all. That is a terrible idea. See, remember, how you present your work experience at your job is entirely dependent on you. The interviewer does not know that your training got extended. You can always say my training was always for 6 months. Who knows, right? Nobody knows that it was extended for 6 months or 3 months due to poor performance. That is up to you. What you tell, how you present is entirely up to you. But if you quit after 3 months, it will look terrible. There is no justification. You can't justify that properly. So do not do that. Continue with your job. Continue your preparation along with your job. So as long as you get 3 hours every single day, you can definitely do your job along with CAT preparation. Do not leave your job. See what affects in a personal interview. So gap years do affect personal interview, but if you have a compelling reason, so suppose you took 2-3 years of gap year for say like UPSC preparation, even then it is a convincing reason. The interviewers will not be that this. But if you join a job, leave it in 3 months, it actually looks worse because you look as if you are confused in life, that you don't know what to do. So don't leave your job, stay with your job, especially if it is an MNC job. It adds to your credibility, as it adds to your profile. Your profile looks better with a like a job with international name. All of those things do help your interview chances also. So do not leave your job. Okay. So all those who have joined, I see like over 100 people have joined, and I see very, very few likes. So please, I would request all of those who have joined us to please like the video. And one more thing, if you guys have started your preparation, and if you're worried about how you're going to complete the entire CAT syllabus in 90 days, whether this is enough time to crack CAT, etc., do check out Kraku's courses. We have just launched a 3 months batch. The 3 month batch will make sure that you cover the entire course, that you get adequate practice, and it will also give you very high quality mocks and sectionals. So do check out Kraku's courses. All the three main things, learning, practice, and mocks and sectionals, will be covered with that particular crash course. So do check out the batch. It will do the hard work of figuring out whether, like, will what should I do now, what should I do today. We will do that hard work for you. You just put in the hard work of actually doing the work. Okay. So I'll take the next question. Okay. So beyond the familiar, ma'am, I'm targeting one set only in 40 minutes. No matter how hard I try, I can only solve one set in 40 minutes. Sometimes in Dashcat, I'm not even able to solve a single set. So I will say this one thing. This happens to a lot of people. I actually, two sets is like the 95 percentile mark. The 95 percentile person actually does two sets. 50 percentile people don't even do a single set in actual cat. So you are not. This is not something which is very uncommon. This is in fact very, very common. 95% of people who give CAD solve one set or lesser. So understand that very clearly. Now, what I will say to you is that your ability to solve one set in 40 minutes is good enough. Don't be like very demotivated by that. But we have to get it to two sets because we want to push up the score to 95 percentile and your overall score also to 99 percentile plus. So we have to essentially build ability, build capability. How do we build that in LRDI? So LRDI capability essentially comes from solving different types of LRDI sets, and from those LRDI sets, learning and remembering the way to represent the information that is given. See, LRDI is nothing other than remembering how to represent information. If you read the LRDI and know exactly what table to draw, that is basically done. The LRDI can be solved, and it can be solved in under 20 minutes. 20 minutes is something that most people take to solve a LRDI set once they know how to solve it. Okay, that is the first thing. So how do you actually build this capability? Solve a lot of sets. So solve like 10 scheduling sets. Then you will realize that, okay, if any scheduling set comes, I have to draw this. Solve hundreds of arrangements and puzzle sets. They come every single time. Table and charts based set, they are the easiest sets, and they also come fairly regularly. Venn diagram, 4 set Venn diagrams. So basically every single time you should say that I need to build a capability in 4 set Venn diagrams. Then go to Straco study room, start solving sets, set after set after set. And basically you will realize when you're solving the set that you now have developed the ability to solve a particular type of set in under 20 minutes. So basically your hope is that you add enough strength. So there's a strength in puzzles, there's a strength in arrangements, there's a strength in scheduling, there's a strength in roots and networks, in 2D and 3D space LR. That anything actually comes, okay, from the 4 sets, at least 2 sets are of something that you are actually strong in. So build these small areas of competency, and then work hard enough that in those areas of competency you are able to solve the set in 20 minutes. That should be your ideal goal. I see a lot of people who have joined us. So, ma'am, in VRC section, out of 16 questions, I am able to solve 8, 9 questions correctly. Kindly suggest how to improve accuracy to 13 to 14 questions in RC. See, basically, as I mentioned earlier, also try doing active reading. See, for accuracy for RC needs to be 80%. Otherwise, all the time that you're spending reading the passage, it's a waste of time. If you have read all the passage and you're getting half questions right, half questions wrong, then that's not really a good investment or like return on the investment, right? So when you read a passage, you should read a passage well enough that you get at least 3 out of the 4 questions correct. So how do you actually improve the accuracy rate? Through active reading. Put in that initial amount of effort to read and understand a passage, and then when you go to the questions, you will find it easier to answer. You will find that your accuracy rate is actually much better. So do that initial work. Active reading is time consuming, but active reading is necessary to get your accuracy up to 80%. Put in that time effort, your attempt rate might initially go down, but over time your attempt rate will recover and your accuracy will stay at 80%, and your VARC score overall will improve. Okay, so keep that in the at the back of your mind. Accuracy needs to be at 80%, and the only way you can get that is through active reading. Hi, Sanjay asked that, hi ma'am, I'm a VFX production professional with 2 years of work ex. My last degree was MA in mass comm and I'm getting around 4256 raw score in mocks. What are the chances of getting a top IM? See, I would say that I'm assuming you're a like general male, and you have 2 years work experience, that's good. I think an MA in mass communication, you will get academic diversity points also. So you have some points which are good. You haven't given me your scores of 10th, 12th and undergrad, but if they are also good, you have a fairly decent profile. uh, Given the fact that you're general male, again, it is, you need to not, everybody has a decent profile there. So then 40 to 42 to 40, 56 is slightly on the lower side. You need to get those scores up to 70. So you have to find areas where you can slightly improve in. See, basically nobody is going to have this 10-mark jump. Your jumps are going to be like 3 marks here, 4 marks there, 2 marks here, 3 marks here. So how do you get those jumps? So in quant, basically say that, okay, I'm going to make profit and loss an area of strength. I'm going to solve a lot of questions. So if profit and loss question comes, I will never make a mistake in it. I will always solve it correctly. Then you get a +3 from that, +3 marks from that. Then similarly go to reading comprehension, make reading comprehension your strength. Then you will see an improvement of say 5 marks, 6 marks because of that. Slowly, like 3 marks here, 6 marks here, etc., etc., you can increase your score from 40 to 56 to 70. 70, 70 plus is a good score for you to target. 70, 70 plus will be basically above 97 percentile, 98 percentile as such. And with your academic diversity, etc., you have a good chance of getting top IMs. Okay. So I'll take Kavya's. I'm currently struggling with my routine due to health issues last month. One day I practice a lot, the other day I cannot. So it is not, see, firstly, Kavya, I will say that your health issues, etc., might be a serious impediment to your performing. But the biggest impediment to actually performing regularly is a lack of consistency. Consistency will come through discipline. Discipline will come through a uncompromising attitude. You should basically be uncompromising with yourself. See, when you're a professional, when you go and join a company and the company tells you that, okay, you have to work from 9 to 6, you show up at 9 o'clock, right? You will not show up at 10 o'clock just because of health issues. So have that same uncompromising attitude even when it comes to cat preparation, because you're managing your own time in cat preparation. Some days you're giving a lot of time, some days you're not giving a lot of time at all. The time management is not well because you're leaving it to your discretion. Okay, some days I'm feeling that I want to solve a lot, some days I'm not feeling it, so I'm not doing it. But don't leave it to your discretion. Have a disciplined attitude, like you are a professional at work, or like you are a professional at or how you actually attend classes at like college. When you have to attend a class, you have to come before the this starts, right? So have the same level of professionalism, or with same level of consistency, discipline with your cat preparation. You should say that, okay, no matter what happens, my preparation should start by 8:30 and it should end by 10:30. That is basically the discipline you should enforce. Then you will see that no matter what happens, that every single day you will do some practice, not like a lot of practice one day and no practice the other day. This lot of practice, no practice, the very high enthusiasm at the start and then low enthusiasm later on, that is actually not very helpful. Because what happens is that if you lose touch with cat topics, you actually lose your ability to solve many of the questions. So what ideally is the scenario is that you should solve some questions every single day. If you're like, basically it's like warm up, okay? Before you take a mock, you should solve some questions. Before you take any test, you should solve some questions. Because if you're in the habit of solving questions, if you're in that zone of solving questions, then mocks become easier, your mock scores will also improve. So every single day you should be solving questions, every single day you should be practicing. And one more thing I wanted to tell this to people who are working professionals who don't have time and who have taken Krakows courses. So in your Krakows course, for the concept videos, we have explained the concept and then we have solved a lot of questions, right? And then there are concept tests also. So many people say that, okay, the concept video is 1 hour, the concept test is also there. I don't have any time to do anything other than these two things. I can completely understand if you have time only for these two things. Even if you do these two, like the concept video and concept test properly, even this basic thing is sufficient to actually crack cat. But how you do it matters. See, whenever you see a video of any particular topic, learn the topic, understand the concept, understand the like formula, etc. But once the teacher, or if I start solving, pause the video, solve the question yourself. Because if you solve the question yourself, you will realize and you will truly understand how to solve the question. Then you will really learn how to solve the question. So if you're seeing my videos, always in every concept video, I want you to pause and try to solve the question yourself. If you're not able to solve it, only then see my solution. Otherwise, you don't need me to teach you every single question. By the end of the video, I'm sure by the fifth question, you will be able to solve it yourself by default. Okay. So I'll take some questions also from the other side. So Sanaya says that, ma'am, can you please guide me regarding my profile? So you have a, it's not great, it's not bad, it's an average profile. You've done BScs in microbiology. So again, I think in the sense that you have done a non-engineering this, your 84.6% in undergrad is a fairly good score. I'm a fresher with no work experience, so slightly difficult there. What percentile should I target for a black guy? For Blackie, I think with gender diversity, with academic diversity, I think you need 99.2 plus for ABC. See, A doesn't care that much about academic diversity or gender diversity, but BC care a lot about both of them. So BC, you will get decent number of boost. Even at 99.2, you will get a call from B and C. Uh, B slightly difficult with the 75% is the only one which is like a slight pain, but otherwise with academic diversity and gender diversity you should get a call from BNC at 99.2 and 99.3. That is the bare minimum, but I would always say that when there's like the bare minimum is 99.2 and 99.3, you should aim for like 0.1 percentile higher, because you want not just the call but you also want to convert it. So a safer percentile would always be 0.1% higher, so that you not only get the call but you also convert it as such. Okay. So okay, so Mudit is asking, can you please review my profile? So I know a lot of people are putting their profiles. Please put it in the comments of the video. We'll be answering every single comment that is there on the video. We always try to answer all of that. As far as like your preparation doubts are there, please ask them now, because then I'll be able to answer them. Ma'am, in active reading, I have to write overall main point of the passage with main point of each paragraph in the marks. I generally don't write the overall main point, but I basically think what the overall main point is. See, basically after writing the overall main point of each paragraph, I look at that like what I have written. Then I get a sense of the structure of the passage. That okay, she gives this context. She tells about how this person was very pivotal in this particular era or time. Then this is their work. This is what they argued. This is what they did. So basically then I take a full look at the what I have written, and if I take a look at it, I get what the author is trying to do. Basically you get the author's intention, because once you see like the bare bones of the passage, you get the author's intention. If you just write down the main point of each paragraph and take a look at those main points for a minute, you will understand the main point of the passage. You need not write it down, go to the questions, because then you will have a good hold on the passage as such. Okay. Okay, so ma'am, last I exam and I get 99 percentile, but I did not convert any IIM. So what? So basically, Vishal, I will tell this to you. 99 percentile also is not 99 percentile anymore for a particular reason. So I'll give this example. Okay, so when you have 2 lakh people and you have say 99 percentile. So basically, if you're at 99 percentile with 2 lakh people, your rank is essentially 2000. You are in the top 2000. The number of seats in India, if you consider all the top IIMs, they are fixed as such. Now suppose that instead of 2 lakh people taking the exam, 3 lakh people take the exam. Now suddenly what is going to happen? You will have 3000 rank. If 99 percentile now becomes 3000 rank, so 2000 rank becomes 3000 rank. So you have fallen by 1000 as such. If you got 99 percentile with 2 lakh people and 99 percentile with 3 lakh people, they are not the same. So conversion to an actual placement or to an actual admission for both same 99 percentile will be different depending on the number of people who are taking CAT. And I'll tell you, with the economic uncertainty and joblessness that we see, a lot of people are taking CAT. I expect that over 3 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs will again take CAT this year. So it percentile basically has to go up accordingly. So if it was 99 percentile earlier with 3 lakh people, it should go to 99.2 as such, because more people are taking. Your rank should be 2000. So whether it is in 2 lakh people or 3 lakh people, you have to adjust upwards accordingly. Okay. Okay. Is it good to practice one section in one day or two sections in one day, one weakest and other rotating? See, basically it depends on your own comfort. This I can tell you what works for me, but essentially it has to work for you. So if you are better having only one track, okay, only one thing, only one focus, if you perform better with that, do that. If you're somebody who is good at multitasking, can do a little bit of everything, then do that. Many people actually see, many people who take the daily target, some of them take every single daily target every day, like they do the 3 daily targets every day. Some people just do quant daily targets at time, so they do 2 3 quant daily targets at a time, and they do 2 3 like lrdi daily targets at a time, and varc daily targets at a time, because basically they want to be immersed in one section properly, so that they get like very good in one section on that particular day. Okay, so I'm able to solve 2 LRDI sets and 10 quant questions, but VRC my attempts are too low. My accuracy is also low. How do I improve? Even I'm practicing daily. So 2 LRDI sets, it's a good attempt. 10 quant questions is slightly on the lower side, but okay, not bad as such. If VRC is clearly your weakest point, what I would say is that from now on, focus on RC. Forget VA, just focus on RC, because RC is 16 out of 24 questions. If you do well in RC, you're doing well in the VRC section. Now, how do you get better at RC? If you have the habit of reading, directly start solving and practicing RC sets. If you do not have the habit of reading, what I want you to do is basically start reading. Read passages and like articles from the Hindu, the New Yorker, from say Aeon essays, Scientific American. Just start reading different essays. You will get exposed to a variety of subjects, and when you get exposed to a variety of subjects, your ability to read will improve. Once you have like 2 3 weeks of exposure of reading as such, then you can start taking 1 RC every single day, then increase it up to 2 RC every single day. From like 1 month from now, I want you to like the this is 3 months period, right? For the first month, develop this habit of reading, but the last 2 months, I want you to do at least 2 RCs every single day. RCs and BRC section is your weakest part as such, then focus entirely on that. That should be your singular focus, that you have to do well in it. Because if you don't do well in it, the other sections will not matter. This will be the one section that actually undoes you. So basically focus, like have this laser focus on RC from now till cat. Okay, I'll take a last question. And I know a lot of people have joined us, and I see a lot of people have given a lot of questions as such. I won't be able to answer all of your questions. So, and especially for the profile review questions, what I would suggest is please put your profile in the comments. We often we answer every single comment, we answer and give our view on every single profile as such. And we also make videos about profile reviews. So we also take those comments, and we then like make videos based on your profile as such. So do comment your profiles on that particular this, and I've tried to answer many of the comments, but I've not been able to answer all of them. So any doubts you might have, please comment on the video. We will be able to, like, we will later come back to that and answer that. So I'll take one last question. And I see a lot of people are still there, and I see very few likes. So I would request all of those who are there and who like the stream, please like the stream, because it motivates us quite a bit. And last but not the least, if you're looking for a structured way to prepare for CAT, do check out Krako's 3 month crash course. It started on 5th August. It's a structured way of preparing for CAT. Every single day, you'll be told exactly what you have to prepare, and that will make sure that you cover the syllabus, you practice properly, and everything is done in a timely manner. Okay, so the last question that I'll take is from okay. So Meeraj is asking, I'm Meeraj. I want to tell you that I am in my last year. I want to appear for CAT 24. Is it possible to crack CAT? Because I haven't prepared anything till now. So Meeraj, many freshers do crack CAT. I think the ratio of experience to freshers in my time used to be 55% freshers and 45% experienced CAT takers. I think that ratio might have flipped by now, where there are fewer freshers and more experienced caretakers, but still almost 40% of the entire batch is generally freshers as such. So it is possible to crack that in the last year of preparation and in 3 months as such. But you have to give dedicated practice. All of those who are starting your preparation now, you need like for the next 3 months, you need to put in 3 hours every single weekday, and at least one like Saturday or Sunday, you need to put in like 4 5 hours of concerted effort on mocks and sectionals. 3 hours on weekdays, 4 5 hours over the weekends would be more than enough to crack that. So with that last question, I'll be signing off. Thank you guys for joining us, and I hope this was helpful, and that this will help you understand how to prepare for CAT, how to find time to prepare for CAT. Okay, so thank you so much.